I was reborn as a pom-pom bird, but because of severe low blood sugar, I pass out every time I evolve and the evolution gets cut off on the spot. But the school beauty with god-tier talent decided to bond with me the moment she saw me. The other students all laughed at her for bonding with a total joke of a bird, but she didn't care at all because after being reborn, she knew just how expensive beast taming really was. In her previous life, she burned through her parents' entire fortune just to raise a flame maiden with level 40 potential. Then, after an accident, she just happened to obtain a sword god seal and awakened her second class, sword god. She hit level 90 in only 10 years, but by then, it was already too late. When the level 100 monsters descended, she had no way to stop them. Now she and the sword god, Gu Ying, have been reborn together. She has to put all her focus into the sword god class, and as for me, this pom-pom bird, she was only planning to keep me around as a pet. But what nobody knows is that I awakened a god-tier system. As long as I devour things, I can get stronger. At that moment, the school beauty carried me home. She ate a quick bite, then got ready to fuse with the sword god bone serum, and casually poured some snacks into a bowl for me. The second I saw food, I jumped straight into the bowl and started scarfing it down. Then a system prompt suddenly popped up. You have consumed low-grade snacks and gained 0.1 evolution points. Evolution points have reached the requirement. Evolve now? I didn't hesitate for a second. The moment I made my choice, a warm current started flowing through my body. Along with that warmth, I suddenly got sleepy and crashed onto the couch, fast asleep. Ye Weiyang looked at me sleeping there and said, "Wow, eat, then sleep." That really is pom-pom bird behavior. But soon, she noticed that the energy inside my body was rising on its own. Is this evolution? But the pom-pom bird's racial limit was locked ages ago. No matter how much it evolves, it won't change that much. She muttered to herself. 2 hours passed in a flash. When I woke up, I opened my system panel. My level was still 1, but my potential had risen to 7 stars. My race was still pom-pom bird, my evolution points were back to 0, and the only new thing I got was the glutton talent. It's a special skill that massively boosts digestion and lets me consume huge amounts of food in a short time. But looking at all that, I could only sigh. My race still hadn't changed. The next evolution would need a full 100 evolution points. It took 2 whole days of grinding just to get a little over 10, so the next evolution would probably take over 20 days. What a headache. While I was still stressing, Ye Weiyang put me on her shoulder and shouted toward the house as she walked out. "Mom, Dad, the school's opening the newbie dungeon today, so I'm taking the pom-pom bird with me." The moment she finished speaking, she left. Her parents looked at each other, both clearly worried. "Do you think our daughter's gonna be okay? That pom-pom bird is way too weak. It probably can't even beat a level 1 monster, and students die in that dungeon every year." Ye Weiyang first took me to buy a sword, then we got on a bus and headed to the entrance of the newbie dungeon, where a huge crowd of students had already gathered. Right then, Zhao Lingtian suddenly showed up nearby. "Ye Weiyang, you really bonded with that dumb bird?" Then he patted the nether wolf beside him and bragged, "My dad dropped serious money on this wolf. It's got level 55 potential. So, what do you say? Be my girlfriend, and I'll carry you through the dungeon." A flash of coldness passed through Ye Weiyang's eyes. In her last life, Zhao Lingtian had harassed her non-stop, and after she rejected him, her parents ended up dying because of it. "This time, I'm not letting you off. Zhao Lingtian, cut the act." She pointed right at Zhao Lingtian, and I stood on her shoulder, chirping angrily at Zhao Lingtian and his nether wolf. Right then, the teacher's voice rang out. "Each class, line up and enter the dungeon in order." Hearing that, Ye Weiyang immediately followed the line. She knew she couldn't deal with Zhao Lingtian in front of everyone. After all, his father was a 4th-rank beast tamer. This debt would have to be settled slowly. The moment Ye Weiyang stepped into the dungeon, I felt a wave of dizziness. When I opened my eyes again, we were already deep inside a forest. Then a pack of dog-like monsters covered in spikes charged straight at us. Thornhounds, level 1. Strength 12, Speed 10, Defense 9, Spirit 8, Skill, Thorn Charge. Nope. No way I'm fighting that. I immediately jumped up into a tree and cleared the field for Ye Weiyang. With a sharp look in her eyes, Ye Weiyang gripped her sword and rushed the hounds. In just moments, every thornhound was down and dead. A golden light flashed around her, meaning she'd leveled up to 2. Watching that, I couldn't help but sigh. Man, no wonder she's a reborn one. I swooped down beside a thornhound corpse and immediately started devouring it. Ding, congratulations, host. You devoured a thornhound corpse and gained 3 evolution points and 3 EXP. Before long, all 10 thornhounds were in my stomach and I had gained 35 evolution points. When Ye Weiyang saw me devouring the thornhounds, she looked totally shocked. Then she took me deeper into the dungeon. Along the way, Ye Weiyang handled the fighting, while I went absolutely crazy feasting. Very soon I leveled up to 2, and my evolution points reached 100. System, ding, 100 evolution points consumed. Evolution starting. The next second, my stomach started burning with pain, and a mysterious force swept through my whole body, making it glow with a strange light. Sensing something was off, Ye Weiyang whipped her head around. "You're evolving again. You already evolved once this morning. How is this happening again? Is this pom-pom bird some kind of rare breed?" The evolution finally ended, and the light faded. I quickly opened my panel. Looking at my 18 points in intelligence, I let out a breath. Yeah, it hurt, but whatever. At least the power boost was obvious. The next evolution needs 500 points, so I guess I'll need the reborn girl to keep feeding me. Ye Weiyang stared at my evolution, completely shaken. A pom-pom bird that could evolve twice was insanely rare. Even if my strength was still limited for now, that rarity alone doubled my value. Selling me for tens of thousands of gold on the market would be easy. But after hesitating for a moment, Ye Weiyang firmly shook her head. "No, I already promised I'd take care of him for life. I'm not throwing that away for money. I'm level 2 now. The monsters around the outer area of this dungeon don't give enough EXP anymore. Time to go deeper. With that, Ye Wei Yang led me farther into the dungeon. Along the way, Ye Wei Yang casually one-shot low-level monsters. Her level climbed to 4 and mine did too. My evolution points also rose to 450. Then Ye Wei Yang suddenly locked her eyes on something ahead. There, a giant spider wrapped in purple mist stood before us. Poison Miasma Spider, level 5 boss. Ye Wei Yang's sword whistled through the air as she stabbed straight at the Poison Miasma Spider. The spider tried desperately to defend itself, but under her swift and precise swordplay, it kept getting pushed back. At the same time, Zhao Lingtian sensed the fight from a distance and came over. When he saw Ye Wei Yang, he looked stunned. Huh? Isn't she a beast tamer? Why is she sword fighting up close? But the next second, greed flashed across his eyes. Whatever. That's a level 5 boss. The EXP is crazy. I'm taking it. He patted the Netherwolf on the head and ordered it to wait for the right moment. I circled overhead, saw what was happening, and sneered to myself. So these two idiots are trying to steal the kill. I'm already level 4 and I've evolved twice. My base stats might not beat the Netherwolf's, but that thing is only level 2. Beating it would be easy. On Ye Wei Yang's side, the fight was almost over. Seeing that, Zhao Lingtian shouted, "Now!" The Netherwolf took the order and shot forward at full speed. Ye Wei Yang's eyes turned ice cold. I should have settled this with you a long time ago. Since you came to me yourself, that just saves me the trouble. At the same time, I dove out of the sky. Huh. Here I come. I flapped my wings, and an air slash shot out instantly. The Netherwolf didn't even have time to react before it got hit head-on. It slammed to the ground, twitched a couple times, and then stopped moving for good. Ye Wei Yang saw it happen, and joy flashed in her eyes. The moment Zhao Lingtian saw his Netherwolf get one shot, he turned to run in terror. Ye Wei Yang immediately ordered, "Stop him!" I happily fired off another air slash, and both of Zhao Lingtian's legs were cut off instantly. After Ye Wei Yang finished off the Poison Miasma Spider with one sword strike, she pointed the blade straight at Zhao Lingtian. Zhao Lingtian panicked and begged, "Please, spare me! I was wrong!" Ye Wei Yang showed no mercy. A cold flash cut through the air, and Zhao Lingtian's eyes went wide as he died on the spot. In my last life, you got my parents killed. This time, I'm not sparing you, and I'm not sparing your father either. I'll take his head too. Then I walked over to Zhao Lingtian's corpse and started devouring. Ding. You devoured a level 2 human corpse, evolution points +5. You devoured a level 2 magical beast, Netherwolf, evolution points +10. You devoured a level 5 boss, Poison Miasma Spider, evolution points +135. Nice. My evolution points hit 500 system, evolve. That familiar burning sensation hit me again. Ye Wei Yang stared at me with a stunned look. This dude is evolving again? That's the 3rd time today. This pom-pom bird is absolutely broken. Maybe in this life I can train in 2 classes too, and using Beast Tamer as a cover for my 2nd class would work perfectly.